as Black History Month continues, here's is how we doing it. This is Ronald Haynie, and I'm back to read for you out of chapter 7 out of my book, Duppy, You Reap What You Sow. Yeah, I got the African garb on today. You already know I'm working with a lovely group of people out that are affiliated with the Mount Pisgah Baptist Church in Brooklyn, known as the Incon Live Virtual Theater. And they, we are all working on Ma'af for this month. And so, that's a whole nother story. Just support the channel, so you can support their channel, Incon Live Virtual Theater. You can continue to subscribe to me, and whatever, by all means, share this video. And hope you've been enjoying the book so far. I think this is panning out to be somewhat of an audio book. I will give the official word on the audio book, as well as the new book that should be out by the end of this year. Okay. Other than that, let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping for chapter 7. This is February the 8th, but I'm reading to you out of chapter 7, and then I'll be reading to you out of chapter 8 shortly. Okay, so let's get into chapter 7 out of Duppy, You Reap What You Sow. This may be backwards for you, I think. Maybe can we get in and see chapter 7? It's a little backwards. You may feel the little dyslexic right there, but it's all good. You're not dyslexic. I just love telling the truth. Here we go. From pages 146 to 155 in the novel. It goes a little something like this. Hit it. Hanging out at Barrington's penthouse once in a while convinced the crew that they were missing out on a good thing. The chump change being earned inside apartment 23's 7-Eleven would never measure up to the net proceeds Patrick's uncles raked in. Little by little, each of the guys, especially Dwayne, wanted out of their current drug dealing arrangement. Peddling from apartment number 23, exactly 4 floors below the Carters, was dated, and the job soon became dry, corny, and troublesome. After a few thrilling apartment searches from the NYPD, as far as they were concerned, it was in with Barrington, out with Scheme, particularly with Dwayne, who always craved more in any situation. He was tired of Scheme insisting that he was the boss of operations, and he needed a change. Eric was the most hesitant, feeling some sort of loyalty to Scheme. Scheme was his friend in the first place, and Eric felt that Scheme was responsible for their financial gains. Eric felt that if they joined forces with Patrick's uncles, Scheme should be included in the mix. He had become family. Sean didn't care as long as he made his money and had time to hang around other buddies in the Zulu Nation and pursue his loves of hip-hop, the breakdance, and the electric boogie. He could rock uptown in Washington Heights with the Livingston crew or stay downtown in Harlem, long as they kept a slew of women on deck and kept the bread coming in. With or without Scheme, it didn't matter. Dwayne remained determined. Patrick didn't know Scheme, Dwayne continued to think. Why would he and why should he go all out to accommodate the next man, someone he didn't know, especially this Brooklyn cat that appeared out of nowhere like a genie? Patrick would want his old crew down, which meant no Scheme. Pretty soon, the 7-Eleven crew ran into problems, their entire vibe thrown off. Dwayne and Scheme started to hate each other, wanting to kill one another. Sean and Eric tried to remain neutral, but as each day passed, that became harder to do. Dwayne knew his friends like the back of his hand, and it took nothing to agitate Eric's temper. Sean also was quick-tempered and could be easily fooled. A couple of lies wouldn't hurt. In fact, lying would help. Besides, Scheme would seem to beat them out of their money on a regular basis. He would take the biggest chunks of money, claiming the bills needed to be paid in 7-Eleven, and he needed to keep the cops off their backs. At least with Patrick's relatives, they would surely make more money. With their childhood buddy, they were less prone to get beat. Patrick would never let his boys down, especially if he knew of their interest in joining his uncle's crew. He would put in a good word with his family for them. Dwayne decided he would turn Sean and Eric against Scheme and at the same time get out of the apartment lease he shared with Scheme, which would definitely cut him loose. Lying was the way. The atmosphere was strained enough for an explosion, and the battle stations in the spot began overheating. "Count the bags right, you fucking up," Scheme shouted at Dwayne one evening. Eric was handling the door, and Sean stepped away to the bathroom down the hall. Dwayne stopped counting, hissed, lit his cocaine-laced Newport, and continued counting. Scheme said again, "Yo, what the fuck, man? You retarded? You need to leave that shit alone if you can't handle it. You don't count bags with me. Man, fuck you. What? You a crab-ass nigga anyway," Dwayne yelled, flicking his lit cigarette across the room at Scheme. Scheme stormed over to Dwayne. "What I told you about disrespecting me, huh?" Scheme roared, arms outstretched and revved for a fight. Dwayne jumped up out of his seat and into Scheme's face. Eric shot from his post at the door into the living room and squeezed in between them. "Chill, yo. What y'all doing, man? Yo, I'm tired of y'all shit. B, word up," Eric yelled, managing to contain Scheme. "Yo, what's up?" asked oblivious Sean, returning to the illegal den from the bathroom. "Damn, I just went to take a leak. How you all start going at it like that? Chill, G. Come back to the side of the room. Come back on the side of the room." Sean chuckled, moving Dwayne away from Scheme and Eric. "Nah, man, fuck that. Fuck that. Ezo, Sean, you don't even know the half on this nigga. Yo, man, Ezo, this nigga Scheme ain't really down. Don't you know, Ezo? Don't you know what this nigga did? He told stupid heads and Jefferson and Taft that we suckers ain't getting us set up." Dwayne shouted over Sean's shoulder. Scheme threw up his hands in disgust and began to grit his teeth. "Yo, man, get out of here. Man, you crazy. D-man, you lying. I know the half. You ain't setting up nobody. Yo, E, man, this nigga Scheme running around talking stupid gang. This sucker nigga been popping crazy shit, even in fucking Mitchell Uptown and around here. Think I don't know, motherfucker? I got connects." Eric and Sean started looking at Scheme peculiarly. They began to get angry with each of Dwayne's new lies. Sean believed Dwayne more than Eric did. Eric was upset, but not as much as Sean, who backed off to the side while Scheme and Dwayne continued bickering until finally Dwayne shouted, "I'll buck you." "Yeah? You all that? Go ahead and pull out. You gonna buck me? Buck me, then, motherfucker." And Dwayne pulled out his .38 and aimed towards Scheme. "No, what you doing?" Eric screamed, quickly pushing the weapon back. "Go head up, D-man. You ain't no sucker. Don't go out like that." Dwayne pushed Eric against the wall. "Stupid ass. This nigga trying to set us up. E, man, fuck us up with you. Man, fuck this. I'm getting with Pat. Our real peoples. This nigga here say he get other niggas uptown to buck us down. You want to keep fucking with him in this bullshit ass 7-Eleven? This shit ain't the move no more." Scheme became vehemently frantic. "E, don't listen to him. The nigga lying. How am I set you up when I'm cool with your people from Millbrook? Me and Paco dumb tight, man." Noticing Sean ready to pounce on Scheme after his trademark move of cracking his knuckles, Dwayne added, I told y'all not to be trusting those Brooklyn niggas. They fucking whack. They always trying to take shit, trying to get niggas. I always want what niggas got. Trying to set up my man, fuck you," Scheme interjected. "Duck ass nigga. I put you on. I gave you what you got. And I'm a Brooklyn nigga. What? I made you what you are. You lucky you Ezo man, coke sniffing punk motherfucker." Dwayne and Sean paced closer while Scheme spoke, looking them in their eyes. "You ain't shit. You ain't never been shit, and you never be shit. I made you, pussies. Them Jamaicans y'all want to get down with, they ain't gonna give a fuck about your Yankee American asses. Fuck you. You's a punk, and you's an uptown pussy. If you was so fucking bad, you would have bucked me already with that trade 8. I got you, bitch." On the B note, Scheme went in his vest for his gun and was slapped to the floor by Sean. Dwayne and Sean jumped on Scheme, beating him like crazy, and they took his gun. Astonished Eric stepped back in slow motion while Dwayne beat Scheme in the face with the butt of his own .38. "Chill out, D-man. Chill, huh?" Eric screamed at the top of his lungs, angry with his partners for the unnecessary clash. Dwayne caught his breath and his, fuck that. Fuck that. Don't no niggas come uptown trying to play me close and run shit. I don't care where they from. Yo, get his ass out of here. Get that nigga coat. You know your whack ass Brooklyn nigga sporting sheepskins in 85. The crew hauled blood-faced Scheme out of the building, down the stoop, and into the bitterly cold January evening. Once finished, they ran back up to 7-Eleven. Dwayne went into the bathroom to clean Scheme's blood from his hands. Sean carefully took apart and cleaned Scheme's weapon, and Eric sat in a troubled, angry daze, attempting to scribble in his tag book to calm down, to no avail. A few minutes after Dwayne entered the room and they had resumed their duties, uncomfortable Eric stood and went for his coat. Fuck this shit. I'm jetting, he stated, storming through the apartment. Dwayne stopped counting bags of smoke to glare at him. What's up with you? What you think? Shit is fucked up. What? We just bust somebody's ass. That's all. We did it before. Yeah, that nigga got crazy juice, huh? You know he down by law. Why you flipped on him like that? Man, that motherfucker planned on robbing us. I'm supposed to stand there and let that happen? Nah, I don't think so. You could have went head up with him, D. You ain't have to pistol whip him. You ain't have to go out like that. Well, I went out like that, Dwayne snapped. So fucking what? If I know a nigga trying to set me and my boys up, I'm going all out for mine, Dwayne said, restarting the bad count. D, you my man in the whole shit, Eric began. If you go down, then I go down too. We all got beef, huh? I'm telling you, scheming them Brooklyn cats never fess. They ain't nothing to fuck with. Eric went to exit the spot. A wide smirk spread across Dwayne's face while he watched Eric prepare to leave the apartment. He said, "Oh, I'm scared. I'm petrol. Man, my heart don't pump no motherfucking Kool-Aid, and you know that, E. That nigga ain't got no real juice uptown. I'm not sweating a nigga. Yo, you leaving your book? Don't leave me a cigarette, huh?" Eric slammed the door to the spot without looking back. Dwayne looked at Sean, then back towards the door, then back to Sean again, and shrugged his shoulders. "Fuck him," he announced. After selling a few bags of reefer and some packs of coke to their faithful nightly customers, Dwayne and Sean slapped each other 5 for the evening, exhausted by the day's turn of events. Going their separate ways, Sean left the building and Dwayne conveniently headed upstairs, while coatless Scheme staggered the chilly streets of Harlem, vowing vengeance. Dwayne retired for the night in his dimly lit, tepid bedroom in apartment number 53. He enjoyed wrestling and playing with General, his 3-month-old pit bull. Dwayne stayed on General's back for the remaining winter months. He trained the dog to be the best, smartest, and deadliest pit bull alive. General grew fast and was more obedient of his master each day. He was a handsome dog, light goldenrod with a patch of white across his chest. His wagging tail joined a set of golden eyes filled with love for his master, and he learned to jump at Dwayne's every single command. Dwayne taught General to sit, stand, or attack when he wanted, dutifully walking him in the early mornings and evenings. The pit happily sat chained while his master entered stores or hung out with his friends, whether hanging inside Foster projects playing b-ball or hot dice games in the hallways of the Johnson and Wagner projects. Whenever it was time to go check out the females in Drew Hamilton or the Lincoln houses, or frequenting his favorite coke spots after devouring his own product, Dwayne and General had become an inseparable team. There was no stopping man and his best friend. Fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, I'm sure, Al mumbled into his bedroom telephone receiving extension while lying down on top of his bed. Jimmy Robinson on the other end questioned with concernment, knowing his mentor was still behaving timidly. He was pleased that Al was regaining most of his speech due to his determined strength and stamina, But with his enigmatic godson, Dwayne, still lurking in the apartment, he wondered if Al was receiving the attention and care that he desperately needed, but was too stubborn to receive. Where's baby Al? His name is Dwayne. He don't like to be called baby Al no more, drummer. Where in the hell's Dwayne then? And how's he treating you, Slick? Fine. I already told you that. The truth, Slick. I want the truth. He ain't been hitting on you no more, has he? He never hit me in the first place, drummer. Things fine round here. Dwayne entered the apartment, letting General run free. I'm back, he called out. He walked down the hall, tossing General's leash inside his room. There was no movement in the living room, so Dwayne did an about face and walked towards Al's room. Pappy, did Patrick call? I say no beating going on. I swear, tain't no beating, Al murmured into the telephone. Dwayne pounded Al's bedroom's door, making the old man jump. Who is that? He stormed over to the bedside and snatched the phone receiver from Al's grasp. Why don't you worry about your own ass getting whipped at home and leave us the fuck alone? He obliviously yelled into the receiver, slamming it down. Pappy, who you told I've been hitting you? Al shook his head. No body. He slid his entire body beneath the bed covers, exposing only his face. Did Patrick call? Al shook his head again. Are you sure? The phone started to ring. Let me get it. Dwayne snapped, snatching up the receiver. Yeah, Dwayne spoke into the receiver, listening to the angry exhalations of the person on the other end. I'm coming down there right now, goddammit. No one talks to me like that, gets away with it, Jimmy shouted. So come on down. Who cares? Who gives a shit? You little high yellow fucker. You're just like them damn crackers. The white man always want to do in black people. Dwayne's piercing eyes widened, softening his frown and separating his connecting eyebrow with the curiosity for his ancestral background once again. Oh, so I'm white now, huh? Jimmy breathed hard and angry. You damn Skippy. Your father, Arnold Muthi, was a white fucking devil like you are. Dwayne eyed Al while the senior citizen trembled. Al felt like his heart would stop any second, staring into his grandson's magnetic gaze. Frantic, he thought, that big mouth Jimmy. Now, baby Al really knows everything. Jimmy said, that's right. I said it. And if you touch your grandfather, you white devil, I'm going to kick your ass. Matter of fact, I'm coming down there to bust your ass right now. Jimmy slammed down his receiver, briskly storming through his ostentatious living room and ran to the upper level of his home. Monica sat on the couch braiding their granddaughter's hair while 13-year-old Edward entered the house. He entered the room and kissed his mother on the cheek, then gently touched his niece's face. Mom, where's Dad? He asked. He said, he's upstairs. He got into it with baby Al again, screaming and cursing on the telephone. They watched fuming Jimmy descend into the living room. Just where do you think you're going? Monica exclaimed. Monica, I've been wanting to put my foot up baby Al's ass forever and a day. Plus, he beating Slick. How do you know that, honey? Slick say it ain't happening, but I know better. We used to cook together. I know my teacher. Monica watched the tears rise in her husband's eyes. Yo, Dad, let me come with you. Edward piped in. The loyal teen was an inch taller than his father, and in his spitting image, prepared for a squabble at any time. No, stay with your mama. No way in the hell that cocksucker's gonna get away with talking to me like that. No way. Jimmy stormed out of his mansion, destination 117th Street. And that is my excerpt for February the 7th out of chapter 7. I'll be back shortly for you, YouTube Live, to chapter 8, because it is February the 8th. I hope you've been enjoying the novel. If you enjoyed so much and you want a hard copy, well, they're available in paperback and in electronic books. Please follow the link in the description box to see about that. And if you want an autographed copy really quickly from me, from the author, CASHAPP Ronnbyllze. It's all there in the description box. And so I'll be back with you shortly to read from chapter 8. Thank you very, very much.